Well, hi there, this is DBT, and alright, it's time for another micro showcase. And today you're going to be looking, as you can see on the title, the Pain Elemental. Now, this particular monster, I should say first that it's a very peculiar one in Doom Eternal. I have spent quite some time analyzing the behavior of the guy, and the reality is that it seems that all of his attacks are pretty much at random. He has basically 3 attacks, and I'm going to be showing each one of them. But, you know, considering what I noticed in Doom Eternal, I just took some liberties on how some of these work and how they do some things here and there. So, alright, the very first thing we're gonna do is, I want to address the looks of this bad boy. You can see that this is using currently the sprite from Doom 2, and I know that you're thinking, DBT, you have some monsters with the sprite rips kind of like the Imp, and then you have other monsters with relatively custom sprites like these dudes, and then you have other monsters that you're just using Doom 2 sprites. What's up with all of that? It seems so inconsistent. I hear you. I know what you're thinking, but remember that micro showcase are just meant to show how things are kind of working at the moment. It's not so much about how everything looks. Of course, I want to show the monsters and all of that and the current look of them, but anything and everything may change in the end. So I don't know yet where the sprites are going to be landing. I know that some people are kind of not too happy about the look, for example, of the sprites and some of those, but I should say that, you know, it's basically a decision that you know, I'm comfortable making. So you just wait and see the final result, and then we will talk about how things look. In the meantime, just keep that in mind. Alright, so with that out of the way, coming back to the Pain Elemental, where's the bad boy? Where did it go? There you are. So the first attack that I'm showing, and actually this time I'm not relying on just RNG for him to show the attack I want him to show. Instead, thanks to developer magic, he's only going to be showing the attack I want him to. So the first attack is the most simplistic one, where he just spits a single Lost Soul, and much like in Doom Eternal, this Lost Soul is basically a projectile. It's a relatively fast projectile, and you know, he's really happy to just spam them. No big deal, it's not like a seeker or anything, you just move a little bit and you'll be dodging the projectile. But you know, another thing, remember, of course, damage numbers and all of that, still work in progress, don't worry about it, and don't come around telling me like, hey, that's dealing too little damage, come on. We're past all that point. So yeah, that's the main attack. You can see he just spits it right away, and that's about it. Nothing too important. So alright, how about we have a look at the second attack? And that second attack being where he pulls a Lost Soul from his mouth and throws it at you. You can see that there's a little bit of animation. He first spits a lot of fire, and then he kind of pulls it to the side and throws it at you. Now, this Lost Soul is also a projectile. Basically, they all are projectiles, but this one does have seeking capabilities. In Doom Eternal, it doesn't quite exactly work like that. For what I've noticed, at least, it seems that the normal spit, the quick spit of a Lost Soul, and the one where he pulls it out of the mouth and then throws it, they both seem to be pretty much the same. It just seems that when he throws it, it has like an arc, a vertical arc, where it starts, you know, kind of like the Doom fireballs, where it's in an arc and it kind of lands where it's supposed to. Except that, you know, I don't know if you've played it enough to notice, I think everybody would, that the Pain Elemental is kind of broken in Doom Eternal. A lot of the times the Lost Souls end up in weird places and they don't actually even ever hit you. It's really weird. So over here I just made them a bit more consistent. It's just, again, look at it, pulls it out, throws it, and that's it. I know that the quote-unquote animation of when he does it is a bit crude, but hey, that's just part of the course for the work in progress nature of all this. So again, the main identifier of this thing, he waits a little bit, then pulls it and throws it. That's how you know which Lost Soul is throwing at you. The other one is a way quicker, what would you say, quick, Jesus, very much a quicker throw of the Pain Elemental. It doesn't sick. When it takes a little bit longer for the preparation and it actually spits some fire, that's when you know he's throwing the other one. Now, the seeking capabilities or homing capabilities of the Lost Soul, it's not amazing. You can relatively easily dodge it, although I'm dying right now. And thank you, Freezy Doom, for as usual freezing on me. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know, it keeps on doing this shit. Seriously, I am officially calling this engine Freezy Doom. That's it. It's official now. So anyway, yeah, the seeking projectile is really easy to dodge, and like I said, it doesn't have amazing homing capabilities, so it's not like it's gonna be extremely difficult to avoid. But you know, it's a bit slower than the main one, than the quick spit. So there's a little bit of difference. Again, to make a quick summary of what we're seeing, The quick spit, it's indeed a quick a quick lost soul, no homing capabilities. Then the one where he pulls it out of the mouth and throws it, it's a bit slower, but that one is a homing projectile. Alright, so that's the second attack. Let's have a look at the third one. And that third attack is where he summons 3 lost souls. So this is a very peculiar attack. It works very differently in Doom Eternal. In fact, that's what I was saying in Doom Eternal. It seems really strange because everything seems pretty random. Basically, the idea, at least in Doom Eternal, he summoned 3 lost souls that are going to be hanging around the Pain Elemental, and then at some random point, without any apparent rules, just whenever he wants, he will throw them at you. The souls suddenly will turn red, and they will be thrown at you all at once, and that's about it. That's the idea behind that attack. Now, over here, it behaves kind of similar, except that it does have a little bit of rules as to when he's going to be throwing it. Right now, because of course this is let's say a developer version of the monster, he's not doing or performing any other attack. That's completely on purpose. He will only throw these guys until I actually shoot him enough to enter the pain state, and that's when he throws the match. So there we go, he summoned that again, and by the way, you will notice that he will never summon more than 3. He will have 3 lost souls over there floating around, and then when you damage him enough, then that's when he gets upset and throws the 3 lost souls at you, which by the way are the same ones that home at you. Again, not incredibly aggressive homing, but definitely dangerous enough where if you're not careful, you're gonna end up eating all 3 lost souls attacks. Now, these lost souls, another thing that I forgot to mention is that you can shoot them down. You cannot shoot them down while they're spinning around them. They're not shootable at that point. It's only when they start, going at you when they become shootable. It would have been possible for me to make them shootable at this stage, but then it starts having a lot of behavioral problems where the visual effects spawn in the wrong place and they're not very reliable. It brings a lot of issues. So in reality, I thought it was just more interesting to have this lost souls hanging around him, just kind of a marker that if you hurt him, that's when he's gonna throw them at you. So again, this is only when he enters the pain state, and there we go. The lost souls came all angry at me. So there's another moment at which he will throw these guys at you, and that's again GC Doom freezing on me, because of course it would. Under normal circumstances, and I will show you that too, he will randomly also decide to throw them at you, but that's not gonna be the main functionality. That's actually a low probability or low chance for that to happen. So it's just there for the random, to throw you off a little bit. But for the most part, all it's gonna do is work as some sort of warning that if you hurt this guy while those 3 dudes are flying over there, then that's when he gets mad and the lost souls become shootable, and all that good stuff. So alright, those are the 3 main attacks of the lost souls. Oh, and also you can see when he summons the lost souls, he has some blue fire coming out of his mouth. So I did that so that there's kind of a way for you to, even though, like I said, this guy doesn't have too many animations because it's just the sprites from Doom. There's a way for you to kind of notice which specific attack he's doing out of the 3. If he's summoning fast, non-seeking lost souls, a slower seeker lost soul, or summoning the 3 lost souls. So yeah, that's kind of the idea behind it. So, alright, with that, with the 3 main attacks analyzed, let's actually have a look at how he behaves under normal circumstances. Okay, normal version of the Pain Elemental. So again, you will see that he will start attacking me with different version of the attacks right away. He's very aggressive in that regard. And right there, you saw how he threw the 3 lost souls even though I never attacked them. That's what I was saying, that there's also a little bit of randomness just to throw you off when you're encountering this demon. So right now he has the 3 summons, but he will still perform all the other attacks just as happily. Still, if I happen to hurt him while the 3 lost souls were there, he's gonna throw them at me. So yeah, this guy, it's also considerably more tanky than the normal Pain Elemental in Doom 2, and in fact he still has another bit of pain in the ass to add to the equation. When you actually kill this guy, oh damn, I'm taking a lot of damage from this bad boy. When you actually kill him, unlike the version of Doom Eternal, this one still does what, regular Pain Elementals love to do in Doom 2. He will summon some regular Pain Element, some lost souls. It's so weird for me to try to talk about one monster, but actually saying the name of 2. So yeah, even killing him is still a danger, because he's still gonna spit the 3 regular lost souls that are gonna be chasing you at any given time. So yeah, this guy is most definitely now an absolute pain in the ass, just because of how much he loves to be attacking you. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, why are you attacking somebody else, my friend? I don't know if you've noticed, but he also every once in a while decides to just quickly, let's say, strafe, even though he doesn't strafe because he doesn't have legs. But you know what I'm saying. He suddenly thrusts himself to the side, much like you would see in Doom Eternal, where he would also sort of randomly do that, just to, again, be more unpredictable. So I really like the general concept of this monster, but in Doom Eternal, like I said, I always found that the rules were a bit inconsistent, so that's why I wanted to streamline a bit more, at least the attack with the 3 lost souls. So there you have it. That's the Pain Elemental in En Tuk. Again, remember that the sprites may or may not stay the same. They may eventually change. Will they look like a custom version of the sprites? Or will it be a model rip? Who knows? Only time will tell. But I definitely wanted to show you what the monster looks like now. And this is one monster that I've been working quite a bit to make it work the way I want it. Sort of like the Archvile, where they have very specific rules on when certain things happen with the behavior itself. That was kind of the same point over here. So yeah, there you have it. Pain Elemental, now we've seen it. And again, I'll just take this opportunity to remind you that I'm streaming a lot on twitch.tv /DBThanatos if you want to watch some streams of, you know, FPS, racing, all of that shit. If you can afford to subscribe to the channel to support me, that would be dope. If not, just hanging around the stream, that would be more than enough. And yeah, thank you guys for the patience for waiting for me to release these videos. I know it takes me quite a while, but I'm definitely working more on this thing, and I promise you there will be more updates coming with what's happening in En Tuk. But alright, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this content. Leave the like and all of that shit, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care everybody and stay safe. Bye bye.